And we're back with another Emonews package. Today is Wednesday, 30th July 2025. I am your presenter, Anna Benjamin.
And I'm Rick Francis.
In the headlines,
Cuban mission team boosts cocoa program at Woodfordale.
Dominican pioneers progress in Dominica's cannabis industry.
And promising under-19 cricketer stabbed to death in Antigua.
Massive earthquake off Russia triggers volcanic eruption. And in local news, in an official funeral on Tuesday, General Manager of HHV Research and Company Limited, Gerald Ed, was laid to rest. The solemn ceremony, attended by various persons, from ministers to employees, reflected the quiet persona of Mr. Ed and the many lives that he touched while on earth. The parish priest remembered Mr. Ed as a deeply committed Catholic.
We miss him now, but I tell you the truth, he left a legacy that we are called to look at. We are called to see the quality of his life, the example he has set, and that is why I would say to the children, come, do not give up. Your Father has laid a good foundation for you.
And in more news from the budget, in his presentation in Parliament during the 2025 budget debate, Senator Delbert Parris proposed that there be two separate debates to adequately address the budget. Parris explained that presently, Dominica's Parliament is debating government's fiscal policy.
And have a separate debate on what the estimates are. Do some performance review. Do some allocation justification. Look at what and where we have spent the money and why we experience the challenges we experience and what we have done to mitigate them in the upcoming financial period. Mr. Speaker, essentially what I'm proposing is two separate debates. That's not new. That's happening in the region, in some of our sister islands, not too far from here. So it's something that descendants of Afro-Kalinago people, we should look forward to doing, Mr. Speaker, because I think it would bring some clarity, some consciousness to the debate. Yeah? Because what we're hearing, some of it is good, but its policy doesn't reflect the numbers. The numbers don't agree with what it is, with what they're saying.
The senator suggested that there should be a separate budget debate to look at actual spending and how this translates to the economy.
That each dollar spent improves the lived experience of the ordinary Dominican. Keep food on the table and keep them affordable. Keeps our drains and our waterways clean for the next impending storm or rain event. Keeps opportunities open for our young people. Keep garbage off the streets. Mr. Speaker, a bit more effort needs to be made to demonstrate and to explain to the people of Dominica that the budget address eloquently presented is not the actual estimates that we're approving. There's a difference. Essentially, what the Minister of Finance presented is a fiscal policy statement. And I believe, Mr. Speaker, separation must be created. We must come to debate the fiscal policy and whether we agree with the government's policy on pushing Dominica in this particular direction versus that direction.
Senator Parris made these comments on the backdrop that oftentimes the budget presentation does not adequately reflect the experience of the average man in Dominica.
Mr. Speaker, when the applause fades and we turn around and we turn away from the podiums and we actually get to the spreadsheets, the numbers don't agree with the stories that we tell. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Prime Minister recently said that in this budget, we're going to be dealing with the cost of living frontally. In my view, that is an admission that probably for the last 10 or 15 budget cycles, we have not dealt adequately with the cost of living for people in Dominica. In many cases, Mr. Speaker, all of the storytelling has highlighted projects like resurfacing and expansion and widening of roads and cleaning up the roadside as statesmanship, visionary leadership, crowding out real discussions of access to health care, of youth employment and development, the quality of education that we have in Dominica for the 21st century, and building innovation for future generations to come.
And in agricultural news, the Cuban mission team recently collaborated with staff at the Woodford Hill Agricultural Station to strengthen Dominica's national cocoa program. The visiting cocoa specialists introduced modern techniques for more efficient bag filling and planting, helping to accelerate progress toward the program's target of 25,000 cocoa plants. So far, 3,450 bags have been successfully planted and are being prepared for distribution to farmers across the island, marking a significant milestone for agricultural development in Dominica. And in more agricultural news, Dominica's hot pepper pilot project is spicing up opportunities for farmers. Launched in April by Woosk Caribbean in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, Dexia, and other key stakeholders, the initiative is already showing strong results, empowering women, youth, and indigenous farmers to boost pepper production and tap into new markets. Groups like the Kalinago Child Support Foundation and Mon Prosper Women in Action recently participated in hands-on training at the commercial facility of Big G's, a well-known local pepper sauce brand, gaining hands-on skills to turn harvests into business opportunities, paving the way for greater sustainability and economic empowerment. And Dominica is making bold moves in the cannabis space, welcoming home one of its brightest minds, Dr. Machel Emmanuel, a trailblazer in cannabis research at UWI Mona campus. He has just been named as a national cannabis consultant. His groundbreaking work helped put Jamaica on the map for medical cannabis innovation. Now, he is bringing that expertise back to Dominica. It's a proud moment for the island and a major leap for our agricultural and medicinal plant sectors. And the Ministry of Tourism and Discover Dominica Authority, DDA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Tourism Organization, CTO, launched the Chief Experience Officer CEO training series on July 28, 2025. The training targets NIST-certified service providers, aiming to boost their attitudes, skills, and knowledge as frontline tourism workers. Participants will learn to deliver memorable, visitor-focused experiences while engaging in interactive sessions that cover practical strategies in service recovery, emotional intelligence, and cost-effective delivery, encouraging a shift from a me to we mindset. The training is led by Mr. Norris Clement, an experienced CTO facilitator and tourism expert with over 26 years in the field. His sessions include real-world scenarios and hands-on exercises to sharpen participant skills.
Additionally, in local news, DOWASCO announces that they have been experiencing water issues in La Plaine. Public Relations Officer Kimani Seja explains.
The Dominica Water and Sewage Company Limited, DOWASCO, informs that the recent unscheduled and recurring interruptions in the water supply in La Plaine, including periods of low water pressure, were caused by a leak along a remote section of the main supply line from the intake. After several days of field assessments, the leak was located on Tuesday, July 29, along a cross-country stretch of pipeline. Repair works were completed that same evening. With the leak now resolved, restoration of service is actively in progress. The system must first undergo bleeding of the lines to remove air that entered the pipelines during the disruption. And this is a necessary step to restore optimal flow to the storage tanks and through the distribution network. The bleeding process began Tuesday night and will continue throughout today, Wednesday, July 30. As the system recharges, meaning storage tanks refill and water flows normalize, customers will see a gradual return of supply with longer delays expected for those living in higher elevations. The WASCO team will continue to monitor the water supply network closely to ensure full restoration and stability of service. Customers who continue to experience service issues are encouraged to report them by contacting our customer service department or through the WASCO's official Facebook page. The WASCO regrets the inconvenience caused by this prolonged disruption in service and thanks residents of La Plaine and the general public for their patience and understanding during this restoration process.
Breaking news regionally. A small Cessna aircraft crashed near Howard Hamilton International Airport in Turks and Caicos earlier today, resulting in the death of the pilot and leaving a Guyanese national attached to the Guyana Defense Force (GDF) in critical condition. The injured passenger has been confirmed as Captain Dwight Bonus. According to the GDF, Captain Bonus was not on official duty at the time of the incident but was on personal vacation leave. In an official statement, the DGF expressed its sorrow over the crash and confirmed that it has been in contact with the relevant authorities. Authorities in Turks and Caicos have launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the tragic incident. The GDF extends deepest condolences to the family of the deceased pilot and wishes a swift recovery to Captain Bonus.
And on the regional scene, we begin with some sad news. A devastating loss has shaken the community of Grace Farm in Antigua when the body of 16-year-old Vonde Bowers, a rising cricket star, was discovered dead in a gutter on Friday night. Vonde was a fourth-form student at Otos Comprehensive School and had recently returned from representing Antigua on the under-19 cricket team during a tour of England and the Jersey Islands. According to reports, the young athlete sustained multiple stab wounds to his chest, head, and other parts of his body following what residents described as a brutal altercation involving several young men in the area. Police have launched a full investigation into the incident. The Minister of Sports, Honorable Daryl Matthews, has extended his support to the family, saying, "His loss is personal and it is national. It is a devastating reminder of the painful costs of violence in our society. We must use this moment to reflect and recommit ourselves to building a culture of peace, especially among our youth. I urge all young people, choose life, choose purpose, choose peace, walk away from violence. The future is far too precious to be lost this way." Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for the area, Honorable Richard Lewis, in a Facebook post said, among other things, "My heart is aching for my community. Crime in our community needs to be controlled and soonest. A multifaceted approach is needed. I call on all of us as residents of this community to join in the fight against this scourge. Let us end the finger pointing and work together to devise a crime-fighting strategy. We are all in this together. We need to also focus on crime prevention. We need more youth intervention programs." Emonews extend deepest sympathies to his family and the cricket fraternity in Antigua. Such a devastating loss. And in other news, CARICOM and India are deepening ties through technology. On July 25th, a high-level seminar on space innovation was held in Georgetown, Guyana, hosted by the Indian High Commission and CARICOM Secretariat. The event spotlighted India's space agency, ISRO, and its potential to support regional goals from food security and hurricane preparedness to renewable energy and ocean monitoring. Dr. Wendell Samuel of CARICOM emphasized the seminar as a key step in advancing the seven-pillar cooperation model introduced by Prime Minister Modi. He urged member states to explore practical ways to apply satellite tools in achieving CARICOM's development targets. And on the international scene, just hours after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake rocked Russia's far east, a volcano there erupted, sending lava and ash into the sky. The quake, now ranked among the 6 strongest ever recorded, triggered tsunami waves across the Pacific and prompted evacuations from Russia to Hawaii, with alerts reaching as far as New Zealand. According to reports, explosions and visible streams of lava were seen on the western slopes of the volcano, which is the largest active volcano in the Western Hemisphere. Scientists have been predicting the eruption, noting that the volcano's crater had been gradually filling with lava and the mountain had been emitting ash plumes. And finally, on the international scene, a sharp drop in imports triggered by President Donald Trump's tariff policy helped boost U.S. economic growth between April and June, according to the latest figures. The world's largest economy expanded at an annual pace of 3% after shrinking in the first 3 months of the year, the Commerce Department said.
Stay tuned for the sports segment after this short message.
Well, Queer Music Festival, are you ready?
Dominic, I love you guys. I love you guys. Give me so. Sing for me. She want that she said that she get like she like that she want it. Let's go.
And in sports news, our under-14 girls have completed their tournament run in Anguilla, showing grit, heart, and growth every step of the way. On day 1, 0-2 lost to host nation Anguilla. On day 2, narrow 1-2 defeat to BVI. On day 3, a strong finish with 2-0 victory over St. Kitts and Nevis. It was a valuable experience for the young squad, proudly representing Dominica on the regional stage. And in football news, Dubla FC captured the win over Docks United. Yes, Dubla FC went into battle against Docks United at the CFU Club Shield Tournament. It was a thrilling match as both teams were determined to win, but it was Dubla FC's teamwork that navigated them to a 2-1 victory, wrapping up the campaign on a high. And countdown to 2025 OECS Boxing Championship officially on the way. The St. Lucia Boxing Association, SLBA, has officially launched the 2025 OECS Boxing Championship scheduled for August 1 to 3rd at the Rodney Bay Pavilion. The announcement came during a press conference on July 24th, hosted in collaboration with the OECS Commission and the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, SLTA. SLBA President David Shakes Christopher revealed the top regional boxers, including youth Olympic hopefuls, will take part with additional competitors, invited from outside the OECS to heighten the level of competition. The event is supported by several partners, including the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, the SLTA, the Embassy of France to the OECS, the St. Lucia Olympic Committee, and the National Lotteries Authority. Representatives from the OECS Commission and SLTA emphasized the championship's value in promoting youth development, regional pride, and sports tourism. Sports icons Dr. Joseph Reds Pereira and Mr. Dane Maglaw also voiced their support, highlighting the importance of continued investment in youth through sports. Dominica versus Guyana in Windward Super 50. Yes, the Dominica's men's cricket team handled business at the Windward Super 50 Championship in St. Lucia, taking on Guyana. Team Dominica won the toss and put up an impressive 354 runs, winning the match by 119 runs. Yes, 119 runs. Top scorers were Alec Atanas, putting up a solid 91 runs from 93 balls. Stefan Pascal, 79 runs from 83 balls, and Kavem Hodge, contributing 77 runs from 70 balls. Hodge also took 3 wickets for 41 runs. Congratulations, Team Dominica, and all the best in upcoming matches. And let's have a look at the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
Welcome to the weather broadcast for today, Wednesday, the 30th of July, 2025. Now let's take a look at tonight's weather. Tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and slightly hazy with a few passing showers, with temperatures expected to be down to 23 degrees Celsius on the western coast, 22 degrees Celsius in the interior, and 24 degrees Celsius on the eastern coast. And tomorrow's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and slightly hazy with a few scattered showers as well, with temperatures expected to be up to 33 degrees Celsius on the western coast, 29 degrees Celsius in the interior, and 30 degrees Celsius on the eastern coast. We can expect to see a relatively dry atmosphere during tomorrow affecting Dominica. Now let's take a look at our marine forecast. Sea conditions are expected to be slight to moderate, with waves peaking up to 1.5 meters or up to 5 feet. Not much of concern for sea conditions during tomorrow. High tide tomorrow will be at 8:51 a.m. and 9:01 p.m. and low tide expected to be at 3:20 a.m. and 2:51 p.m. Again, for the next 3 days, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy skies and slightly hazy conditions can be expected with a few passing showers tomorrow. And as we move into late Thursday and jumping into Friday, we expect to see an increasing cloudiness with scattered showers and a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms due to the approach of that tropical wave expected to affect the area on Friday. So we're advising people in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks to be on alert and to exercise caution during Friday. However, by Saturday, we expect to see a relative reduction in moisture levels, with conditions being partly cloudy to cloudy and slightly hazy with a few passing showers. Winds are expected to vary between east-northeast to east-southeast between 30 to 35 kilometers per hour throughout the 3-day period, and we also expect to see an increase in wave heights, with wave heights going from 5 feet up to 7 feet on Friday and Saturday as well. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:47 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:36 p.m. Don't forget, stay informed, stay safe. Scan our QR code here to follow us on our WhatsApp channel and also on our other social media platforms, which is Facebook as well as Instagram, and also visit our website at weather.gov.dm for up-to-date weather information. Thank you for joining me. See you again next time. Stay safe, take care.
This has been Emonews package for Wednesday, 30th July 2025. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin.
And I'm Rick Francis.
Thank you for viewing.